guys, I'm Kelly. I am the co-founder of MoveLine. MoveLine is a company that helps people who are moving figure out how much stuff they have and then get quotes from moving companies and hire movers that they can trust. I want to start by telling you how we got started. So a few years ago, I moved from school to Virginia to work in an ad agency with this guy and his mustache that owns a really big moving company in Virginia. He had a vision for using the internet to disrupt the moving industry, and he wasn't really sure how to do it, so he hired our shop to help. If you're not aware, the long distance moving industry is totally in the dark ages. They still use these carbon copy forms for just about everything in their operations, and he brought to us the opportunity to build something that would just totally displace all of this stuff. So we started out by doing a marketplace for moving companies to exchange shipments with each other. We'd seen that this had already worked in shipping, and a lot of moving companies still had dispatchers that were doing this by email, so we thought all we had to do is displace their workflow, and then we got it. So we called all these dispatchers, we asked them what they wanted, and then we spent about a year building all of this product out, and when we launched the thing, they barely touched it, which was not awesome. So then we went and spent $45,000 to go find a market research firm that would come in and build this awesome chart that you can't read because it was useless. So then we did that, and then we spent another 18 months designing the thing and then building the thing, and then we pushed back the launch date another 6 months, and then 30 people and half the agency later, we're way over budget, and we're stuck. So it took a lot of really big changes for us to figure out how to turn this thing around. So we cut the team from 30 people down to 1, and I partnered with a co-founder, and we scrapped every line of code that we had written, and we incorporated the company. So a few months later, we went and got accepted to Techstars. We shipped our initial product to New York, and we had a lot of success with it, which is awesome. And now we have real customers that are using our product every day. We have real revenue that's coming in the door, and we just raised a big round of financing that's going to help us expand to new cities. So what I want to talk about today is the fact that as an entrepreneur, you never get back the time that you waste building the wrong thing. So let me tell you some things that I wish that I had learned sooner. The first is that getting the right feedback is the most important thing that you can spend your time on. So user testing is awesome, but user testing is not at all the same as shipping. So if I think about what I've learned, it's like product testing is, it's like a blast radius. So you've got shipping that's at the core of this thing. And shipping is big and it's scary, but it's the most powerful and effective feedback that you're ever gonna get. You can do all these other things to learn, but the further that you get out, you're trying to replicate conditions in the market. It's a lab, you're never gonna get what you need. Somewhere along that wall over there is the kind of feedback that we were getting in the beginning. We figured everybody has stuff, everybody moves, so everybody can tell us something about MoveLine that we should incorporate into the product. So we had these focus groups where there was no stakes, there was no skin in the game, and we didn't learn anything. This question of will people use it, that's what you should be focusing on. Don't worry about how people are going to use it, because that stuff can come later. And that brings me to the other thing that I wish I learned sooner. So I always thought that shipping a product meant shipping a minimum viable product, but it turned out for our business, we didn't even need the product to do what we wanted to do. We only needed the product to do it at scale. So with MoveLine, we always had this vision of helping people decide how to move. And that meant helping them figure out how much stuff they had and then compare their options for moving it around the country. And when we scoped out the product, we found that building a decision engine was going to be really hard. So this was our minimum viable product. We had these stacks of Google spreadsheets that contained all of the detail that was needed for our customers' move. We built out the inventory of everything that they had. We built out the quotes that they were going to get from moving companies, and a model that was just a function in a cell that would break out the efficiency of renting the truck versus freight shipping it or hiring a moving company to do it. But our real customers, they didn't care about the format that we gave them this information in. They let us have the feedback to build something that was a lot more beautiful. So there's something that I've learned. Don't think about so much the product that you're trying to give people. Give them the experience that you want them to have. People didn't care what it looked like. They just needed to figure out how to move their stuff. So if you remember to ship the experience that you want people to have, and please get the right feedback from the right people, then you'll avoid a lot of that cautionary tale I told at the beginning. Thanks.